Oh Lord, pull up in that '04, pedal to the metal, said she wanna hit the flow more.
Wow, what a great book. Then again, I wrote it. It's called The Real Hank Aaron, an intimate look at the life and legacy of the home run king. And you know what? You can get it right now at any bookstore, or you can still order through Barnes & Noble or Amazon. Lots of revelations in this book here. And I'm going to talk about this, but look, first of all, subscribe to Atlanta Sports Unlimited for the best coverage right here of all Atlanta sports teams. And we're sponsored by Prize Picks. Tremendous fantasy game. You can choose 2 to 5 players, various sports, go over or under. Just put in that promotion code right there, ASU, as in Atlanta Sports Unlimited, and you'll be in good shape. Now, about this book. You know, back in 2002, Hank Aaron was at the White House and was getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award, and George W. Bush leans over and whispers into Hank's ear something that caused Hank to cringe. And you know what it was? It's in the book. All right. Here's something else of interest. Bobby Cox, Hall of Fame manager, long time with the Braves, right? Then you had Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron was a longtime player of the Braves, 21 years with the Braves of Milwaukee and then of Atlanta, finished his last 2 years with the Milwaukee Brewers. And then in 1976, Hank spent the next 45 years as an executive for the Braves, worked a whole lot with Bobby Cox. And let me put it this way, those two never exchanged Christmas cards. Let's put it that way. And as a matter of fact, there was one player in particular that really caused the rift between those two to get even wider. And that player was, you got to read the book. Speaking of the book, I love this story right here. Back in November 2008, there was something that happened that caused Hank Aaron and his wife Billy to cry like babies in their living room. They were down here on the southwest side of Atlanta. All right, and what it was Hank hit 755 home runs. And that was more home runs than anybody in the history of baseball outside of Barry Bonds, who broke his record, with a little help, steroids. But Hank, this great player, and I asked him, I said, if you were playing in the 21st century, how well would you have done? And he gave his answer. But the biggest question was, how many career home runs would you have hit playing into the game today? And he said, he gave me a number, and that's also in the book. Speaking of Barry Bonds, like I said, a little help. Barry Bonds broke his all-time hits record, home runs record, 762. That's how many Barry Bonds finished with. But Barry Bonds broke Hank's record in August of 2007 in San Francisco. Guess where Hank was when that was taking place? And guess what Hank was doing when that was taking place? Yeah, in the 70s, Hank told me that he started to purge some of his friends, many of his friends. You want to know what that was all about? Yeah. Check it out. You know who his idol was? Jackie Robinson. Matter of fact, let's see, right here. Jackie Robinson came to Mobile, Alabama. That's Hank's hometown. This was back when Jackie was 29, 11 months after Jackie broke the color barrier, baseball's color barrier, on April 15, 1947, with the Brooklyn Dodgers in Brooklyn. After that, 29-year-old Jackie Robinson is in this drugstore in Mobile, Alabama, Hank's hometown. Hank is 15. He finds out about it. He skips school, or actually he's 14, skips school to go see Jackie Robinson. And when he got there, interesting stuff. Oh, here's the other thing. Talking about Jackie Robinson. Jackie died in October 1972. And after that, something happened that caused Hank to be very irritated with Willie Mays and Ernie Banks. Yeah, you know what that was? Okay. But let's jump to this. Hank was hilarious. He could keep you in stitches. He was so funny. You know, there's one time I asked Hank about this street that was being named after him in West Palm Beach, Florida, and Hank said, here, let me find it right here. I got it right here. Hank said when I asked him that, he said, well, you can read it in the book. All right. This poster, what's this poster all about? This poster is mentioned many times in this book. Yeah, you know, and here's the other thing. All those years that Hank spent as a player, those 45 years he spent as an executive, as a great businessman, as a philanthropist, all this, you know, out of all that time, Hank had just one favorite reporter of all time. It was a reporter that he just respected more than anybody. A reporter that he just absolutely just loved. Who was that reporter? I wonder who that reporter was.
This is my falsetto wicked potion with the slow pour. This is my addiction, make me wanna go for more. Pale